Hello, my dear viewers. This is Tandra Mabel, and I'm trying to get a Valentine's Day presentation up for all you lovely ladies. I'm learning so much from you all, and I'm so part of this junk journal endeavor stuff here. So all you sweet ladies, you are all my Valentine for this year, and I hope you have got such a lovely time, and I hope you enjoy my little presentation that I can give you here. I thought I'd just jump in again because otherwise I never do it, and I'm in the middle here of making little booklets. I hope I got everything here with me out here. I started already. Here I got little bundles with my trusted little friends holding down my papers. And what I'm doing is I already cut out a few pages. It's going to be miniature booklets with all these love hearts and a few stamps that I have, and they're going to be like this. I don't know the size yet, but approximately. I collected all kinds of papers here, and I think I'm endeavoring to make 4, maybe 5 booklets here. So I'm collecting for now. I got all these papers here, and I'm cutting them to size. So, like for example, I chose this little packaging, this color, and these are avocado dyed papers. All these other papers I have here are avocado dyes. Now, some of my avocado dyeing turned out really good. In the journal I already have quite a few incorporated. I got more on stock. I'm still working on the avocados, on the avocado dyeing process. I'm working still, and I had some very interesting experiences. First of all, I was not quite sure how many avocados to use. On the video tutorials I watched, I saw ladies usually using like a kind of 2 avocados, like 4 scoops, but they were fairly fresh, so I'm not sure whether it makes a difference whether you use fresh avocados or dried avocados, the skin, because I dried all my avocados just for some reason, because I eat so much avocados and I wasn't ready to use them just straight away, just to make here, focusing here, make several different sizes here as they come. And so I used my dried avocado skins, and I wasn't sure how many to use, so in my first lot I put at least 5-6 avocados worth of dried skin into the boiling water, and they turned out very good. And then I thought, oh my God, I need more, and it's fun experimenting. So I had some really interesting experiences with the colors. Like, I noticed, it's a rainy season here right now. It's a lovely dry day. I think you can hear the birds. They are all so happy. It doesn't rain at the moment. But it's still also wet, and the grass is growing, and I should do lawn mowing. Never mind. So I couldn't do usually when I do coffee dyeing or tea dyeing, avocado dyeing, whatever dyeing, I put them out here on the veranda in the sun. It's beautiful to do it that way. But I noticed on the YouTube some ladies do dry it in the oven, so I thought, okay, it's wet season, I try some to dry them in the oven. And I had very bad experiences with that because I burned most of them. But what I noticed is that the one on top, makes a reaction to the avocado and they get darker. Although this was out of a bath that I had to abandon a little bit because I was busy a few days doing other things, and I just checked on them now, and again the top one has this color. I just show you a little bit of my latest avocado dyes. They turned out so good. One from very up on top. This one was on top, not in the oven, just on top, and it just somehow soaked up all this avocado, and just so strong, beautiful colors depending how far down they were. Look at this one again, was one from the top. So I will be doing more of this, and I will present my findings on a separate video for this. But now, just to continue with my little booklet here. Gives nice contrast, these different colored papers and sizes. Also for these little, I didn't want to cut that apart, did I? So use this, like this. So we got the 2 pockets, 2 pages. I don't need so many. I don't know whether that's cut a bit crook. That's a little bit better. Big pages. These are the huge pages. Now I think this was the cover for one. Very big cover. So maybe I just make 2 covers, and if they're too big I still can cut them to size. Okay, so let's say I got 3 covers. There's a touch of a breeze. Yeah, and then I got these lovely pages where I had cut out hearts. And that was for dyeing purposes. Okay, so let's say we got 4, and maybe this is another. I got a miniature one here, a little one. I think I just checked that these are on camera. Yes, they are. Maybe we put everything a little bit further up. It's not a very big space that the camera covers. So we have this here, here, here. Start with all the light one. Oops, the breeze, where are my trusted animals? Here. Here. Got more of these white pages. Here on the side for now. We're working with these papers for the moment. You know, it's such a lovely breeze out here. It's so beautiful to work. And Also, I think the light condition here is fairly good, because to tell you the truth, I made 2 videos since my first one, but the lighting conditions were not good, because if I work inside, it's fairly dark inside, and I haven't got proper lighting yet. I'm very much on the beginning to do my journaling, to video them, so you must forgive me, because just haphazardly take some and put my animal here, the heart, little one. I have a little heart going into this little one here as well, like this, here, here, a love heart, and the love heart for this one. Okay, we're getting to the end of the distribution session, and it works fairly good. I got four little, maybe I can make 5. Maybe I can make 5, because the more the better. So the tiny one I quite like, as it is. So I got quite a number of pages, the love heart here. So I call this one is a bit too far out, not folded properly. Okay, tiny one is done. Then let's see whether I can cut down a few pages, make an extra one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Maybe I'll leave it as it is and just put some extra in here, so they're all used. Make them a bit irregular. So the cover seems to be way too big for these ones, so I will cut the covers down. It just worries me now that I did not look at the time, and I better start a new session, and in my next session I will show you how I don't think we need this, how I will sew them together, and so I'll be right back. Well, I'm back, and I must say, unfortunately, the camera did stop. I know now why these cameras stop every half an hour. It's the camera, has got nothing to do with videoing, which I thought. It's the camera that needs to be turned off, turned on again before half an hour. And I forgot to check. But what I've done is I've finished 2 of these little, I have not finished, but I worked on them, and I wanted to work with you on this, but I flipped through it, so it still has to be cut to size. You know, it's way above it, doesn't need that much gap there. And I stamped a little bit, stamped hearts, glued in my love hearts, the pocket with a little rose image here. This, and I had told you long stories about my nieces. I have 11 nieces, and I already done one like this for one of my nieces. And why I mentioned that is because I got another niece, the youngest of them. And she was 11 at the time, 11 everywhere. And she already saw me having done one of these love heart little booklets that I gave to the other niece. And why I mentioned my 11-year-old niece is because she is a fantastic journaler. She picked up this hobby from me. Last year I was in Europe for summer holiday and we had vacation together. She saw me working on my very first junk journal and she picked up the hobby. And she herself does junk journals. I just so wish I could show them to you. Anyway, just a quick hello to my youngest niece, who is 12 now. And of course, she is absolutely supervised when she is using scissors and glues and all the dangerous things. But she is so organized. She's such a journaler. So see, I haven't quite finished here yet. There are still love hearts to go, but I thought I won't do them all now on camera because there's something else I would like to show you. You, sweet Valentine ladies, journalers, and that is my Valentine's Journal as far as I got with it as of today. It's such a big process that I haven't got finished, but I did quite a bit. So I just prepared a space here. These love hearts have to go a little bit out of the way. I need quiet space, and I thought I even turn off the camera and restart again, not that it stops on me. Here we are again with the journal as it stands of today. Here in Australia it is already Valentine's Day, and I still hope I get it up on YouTube when it's Valentine's Day also in the rest of the world. Lucky most of you guys are still sleeping. So these are just little things I prepared yesterday, and I think they got lost in one of the YouTubes that didn't work out. I mean my movies. These are little round little things that I made. It says kiss on it, on most of them. It says just kiss with love hearts. And this one here says kisses sweeter than wine. But they will be part of the little ones or just scattered around the journal somewhere. So we put them aside for now. This is the cover image. It is just still in the making. Don't know, it might still grow, it might not, I don't know. I quite like it like this, so we shall see what happens. But it definitely was not ready to be put down on the journal itself, because the journal itself, I have a big problem with it. It is one of these folio attaché type of things. I think I picked up the idea at Andrea's from Artimaze. She did one, but there are many on the internet who do things like this. And so it opens up like this, and it opens up also like this. And then here in the middle are the signatures that will be attached here. And then this folds over, and then this folds together, and they fold over like this. And here will be the main thing. But I have to redo this for various reasons. But never mind, I shall show you how it's developing otherwise. So there's still these round little things, and then I can close it like that. And this side pocket here houses a floating pocket. And this floating pocket houses 3 little booklets. Just lovely roses. These are papers from a 12 by 12 block that I got from somewhere. And this paper also, this paper was a bag, a Valentine's bag to give gifts in. So these 3 little booklets are a special collection of ladies wearing a red dress. And this is the first little booklet, the second little booklet, and the third little booklet. So as you see, they are all wearing a red dress in one way or another, mainly red. And why I chose this is, of course, because red is just the ultimate color for love, isn't it? And a red dress is just very, very appropriate for Valentine's Day, so I've been told. So I've chosen these beautiful, beautiful ladies, and for me they all express love in one way, whether they are very happy or more contemplative, or what the word is, contemplating. So this lady here, she reminds me as if she could be from Texas. She is very alluring. She already is a little bit thoughtful. And, you know, a lot of layering here in the background with avocado paper. Here we got a very tender lady. She just received roses from her Valentine, and she is also, you know, quietly enjoying her good luck. This lady, on the other hand, she is overjoyed. She is so happy. She's dancing around. And then these 2 ladies, my 2 Japanese ladies, they are more contemplating again, going inside deep and reflecting on what's happening. Maybe it's Valentine's Day, and I put them in these lovely frames, layering and collaging in the back. And this lady too, she in her way expresses love. So these 3 booklets live here. And here it says, toujours l'amour. This one says, I love you. Very Valentine. So they live in here. The next pocket, there is journaling card with its pocket, and it lives in a side pocket that I collaged here with various little bits and pieces. And this pocket actually was an envelope, you know, with this window. And again, this idea is from Andrea from Artie Mays, who does the most fantastic work with envelopes, in my opinion. So I always try to imitate what she's doing, learning from her, getting, you know, this fantastic technique that she's got going. I try to get that under my belt, but I'm nowhere near. But so this is what I could come up with for this Valentine's booklet, with this couple peeking through here, and the journaling card comes out of the envelope, and journaling space on the back, bit of lace, and with these lovely, lovely sweetheart couples. And this is a kit, the Valentine's kit from Gail Agostinelli, and I would like to show you why I chose that, because it's so funny. I got here some other images. And these are a number of images from Gail's Valentine's Day kit, but this is the image that made me buy this kit, because I so adore this one picture. She actually used it in her own Valentine's Day journal. That's where I saw it, and I had to have it. It's so funny. This lady here is with some, I don't know, dusting broom or something, and she threatens to hit him, and he is slightly scared. And it says underneath, a lover's quarrel. So I definitely have to incorporate this somewhere, but also she got so many beautiful images on her collection, including that one. And then this lover's quarrel prompted me to do a search on the internet, and I found a few more lovers quarrels images available. And I don't know if you can see what's happening here, but this looks like a Spanish scene and a very temperamental quarrel, like I think she's gonna kill him. And another Japanese quarrel between lovers was the title. She's hitting with her fan, and here a very upset lady, very upset, and he is trying his best to humor her again. So they will be incorporated somewhere as well. Back to my other things here. So this is the journaling card. Put it back into the envelope, back into the side pocket, and we get to the other side of my attaché. There's nothing done here yet. These are the two signatures, but I'll show you what I'm preparing here first. This is another floating, yeah, I found this in a agenda. It was full with lovely, lovely pictures, but this is also, he is presenting her a white rose, and she just, you know, a little bit coquettish. And on this side I'm doing, these are images from Amy from Crafty Cat, and I'm working here. Also, I picked up this idea from Crafty Cat. It's the two envelopes that you make a little fold out with it, and these are other images from her kit that I downloaded. I'll tell you more about this kit later. And I still want to put this picture over here because he features in other papers in the journal. So he's gonna come here, and there are more journaling cards that are in preparation here. So they live in here and in here. There's nothing done here yet. And these are my two signatures that are not ready yet, but I'll show you what I've got here. So again, we got here this lovely man of, you know, there are a few men here who play a role on Valentine's Day in this journal. So this is stenciled paper that I made with, you know, this spray, the glitter spray. I think it was from Tattered Dreams. Avocado paper that I dyed myself. More paper images. Coffee dyed doily. Oh, something happened here. I think this is it. This is the right way. It starts with these dies, the cutouts. Then comes this page, and this is this avocado paper from this other side. It's just so interesting what happened here. And then we come to this collage that I scanned in. So it's a print actually of something that terribly went wrong, and I just love it. You know how it goes. So here I believe, I remember because I just glued this in. That's why everything is upside down. I just glued in these die cuts. I think we are in right order now again. And this is the continuation of that coffee dyed paper doily. And I will still glue it down, and it will be a side pocket. More avocado dyed paper. And this is a charming little centerpiece that I have here. It's an envelope like this. So this comes out like this. And now here again I used Amy's kit. But it is not her Valentine's Day kit, although she's got one. But this one, I believe it is called 1891, yes. And I use that for my Valentine's Day journal because her images just so go very well with my Valentine's book. I got here more from her journal, you see, from her kit. You can see how well, you know, these flowers, they just, I found them so adoring. And they will work so well in my journal. And mainly these ladies. That's why I had to buy this kit and use it for Valentine's, because again these ladies, they just spoke to me because they are so, you know, a little bit flirty, a little bit single ladies standing around, being, you know, a little bit coquette. And I resized them to fit into my spot that I will just show you here. I also bought her vinegar Valentine's card kit from Amy. More from that also a bit later. But back to this flip over, it just sits here on top of the page. And the story that is within this centerpiece, it just happened. It just evolved. It just showed itself to me while I was working on it. It's so funny. So the story is that this is again the man of the centerpiece. And his name is Claude, and he is unmarried. So he thought, well, it's time, you know, I'm looking for a woman. And he sent out a number of Valentine cards. He sent out actually 6 Valentine cards to all these ladies here. This is Erica, Doris and Sonia, and this is Heather. Heather features here again, and then this is Breda, and Veronica is her name. These are Claude's favorite ladies. There are a number of ladies in his town that are ready to get married, and they're all waiting for a man. And Heather is his favorite. Heather also features on this in the window. So when you take out the journaling card, you got Heather down here again, and Heather is here on the journaling card, and you can journal on the back. And Heather features here again because it's his favorite, with the rose. And you know how it is in a town. The girls talk amongst each other, and they all very soon learned that Heather got the nicest Valentine's card. And it's obvious he wasn't sure, because Heather actually is in love with another man. She doesn't appreciate Claude's Valentine card so very much. So the other ones all still hope. There is hope for them, so depends how they play out their cards. So this just sits over here. And on this side, this is part of the tragedy of this Valentine's Day. Because this is Cecily. Cecily is the 7th girl in the town, and he forgot to send her an Valentine's Day card. He just forgot. He just didn't think. He had his mind on these 6, especially on Heather. So Cecily is, of course, a little bit upset, and she is looking up for revenge. This is her own personal journal, and she happens to have a number of vinegar greeting cards sitting in her journal, and she is carefully picking the one to send him that fits, you know, for him to revenge. So before the day is out, Claude receives a vinegar Valentine's card from Cecily. And I'm not quite sure yet, it opens up like this, and you know, it's holding it down, and when you open up you can journal here. But I think I will use this space for presenting the vinegar Valentine's card, so you can see also then which one she chose. This is more journaling space. And not enough of the tragedy that he forgot Cecily. The real tragedy, I think, is that this is Doris. Doris got one of the cards, but not the major one, although she is madly in love with Claude, and Claude doesn't know that Doris now is so sad. And she had prepared a Valentine's greeting card for Claude, but of course now that she knows he is really after Heather, she doesn't know whether she would like to send it. So her Valentine's Day card is actually cutouts of a melody of love. So it's a love song that she put together, and more or less it says, when she says that she's nothing without you, when at last you know where you belong, that's actually the last one, then you know you're one of the chosen few. Yes, you're one of the chosen few. Then at last you know where you belong. Well, I dare to debate that, but Doris has this opinion, and she made this lovely, lovely Valentine's card for him that probably will stay with her. She might throw it out. She's very sad at the moment. So that's the centerpiece with this lovely story, and it's held down. Here it's held down with this lovely clip like this, and we go on in this signature. First one. There's still heaps of work to be done. This is the end of that doily. It's a very long one. So a lot of work. Here is this beautiful man. It says, "Kiss me, my Valentine." The avocado paper, the stenciled paper. So this is the first signature. And then the second signature, I haven't done much to it yet, actually not much, hardly anything. And this is another little booklet I did like the ones before. And it's not much happening in here. This is journaling space, but this is again the man of the signature, and he features in this little booklet as well. He is the favorite of this lady who writes this little journal here. And accordion paper and stitching and laces, love hearts, all the jazz. And then here I have another little pocket that will go down somewhere, and two lovebirds, and here the journaling card that sits in it. So that goes like this, and here I've done a little clip-on on a paper clip, so that goes over a page like this. And this says, "Believe in the magic," and here it says, "I happen to adore you, but I really don't know where it will live." So this is just the end of the signature, and this is as far as I got. So my sweet ladies, I hope you enjoyed this Valentine's presentation of this nut. Oh, I marked this up. You know, the glue sometimes doesn't stick very good on. This is artificial fabric there, bit of pink. So I hope you enjoyed my little presentation, and we put the cover back on it, and with this I say farewell until the next time.